Hello everybody, it's time for a new video and it's it's an anti-HELA deck, I would say. It wins against almost everything. It's one of my best decks this season, and the season is almost over, so I can say this is the deck I've been having the most success with, and then it got even better with HELA. I was playing it before HELA without Leech and without Alioth, but with this meta now, I added 2 cards and changed it a little bit around, and it's been performing super good. You basically have 3 ways to shut down HELA. You have Cosmo, you have Alioth, and also you have Leech. And you also have a lot of power yourself. You can play Leech and Into Blink and stuff like that. So the first card is Nebula. It basically forces your opponent to play on this lane, which even for a HELA player, they usually do it. So they fill up one lane or at least play 3 cards on that lane. So it makes the possibility higher that they will play HELA in one of the other lanes. So you can get them with a turn 6 Cosmo or Alioth, of course, because the possibility is only 50%. Is it mid, is it right, or is it left, is it right? Usually one lane is clogged because people play a lot of cards on Nebula. And also if they don't play cards, it's an easy way to get ahead with your stats and outpower your opponent with small cards. And Nebula is just a really good card for that. Also, it's really good with Iron Patriot, and Iron Patriot helps us do the same basically as Nebula. You force people play on that lane, and then it's a good card with Juggernaut, for example. We play Juggernaut in this deck, and Juggernaut gives us the ability with Iron Patriot to secure a really good card, and if it's a really good card that will win us the game, it's worth it to do that. And then Jeff. Jeff is one of the cards here I play only because I needed the second 2-drop, and I played Hawkeye before that, but I realized that the problem with Hawkeye is that I didn't really have the energy to play the arrows, so the card was kind of useless. So I tried a few other 2 costs. In my opinion, it can be any 2 costs you like, but it's good with our Storm matchup here. So just Jeff was the best choice in my opinion. And then Quake does a lot of good things here. We can do a lot of location stuff that will help us do stuff against HELA, for example, win us late games. And also it's just a good card with Storm, of course, and we win a few games, a few high cube games. I think the card is a high cube gainer rate, so if you play this card perfectly and on turn 6 or 5, or you play it with Storm, the card can guarantee you a good win rate. And then our next card is Cosmo. Before HELA, I didn't have Cosmo in here because it's basically not that good with our deck because we have a lot of on-reveals ourselves. So sometimes it blocks our stuff as well. For example, we want to play late Alioth, but we also want to play Cosmo on their lane, for example. Then you hinder yourself with that. But with HELA and some other decks, that's getting stronger. I've seen a lot of bounce stuff as well. Cosmo is just a really good card right now, and it narrows down the lanes he can play, or she can play Cosmo on the last turn as well. And then one card is Juggernaut. It's good with Iron Patriot. It's really good with Storm. It secures us the lane. It's also good on turn 6 if we don't play Storm. If we play Storm, I usually don't play Juggernaut on turn 6 because it might bounce the card into our Storm lane, which makes us lose the Storm lane, of course. So you need to be careful with that, of course. It's a good duo, but if you play Juggernaut too late, it also can backfire. So one of the best 3-drops here. And of course it also can clog some lanes, so you can hinder the enemy to play the HELA, for example, on that particular lane. If you don't want to play Juggernaut because you don't like the RNG effect of it, I think any decent read cost is worth it, and I think Red Guardian as well is a pretty good card. And then our next card is Leech. Leech is just super good against HELA. Of course, you can play him turn 4 into Blink on turn 5, which is a really good combo, and I do a lot of times. The only problem is if you play it on turn 4 and he or she doesn't have HELA in your hand, the possibility that they will draw it on turn 5 or turn 6 is high, or I would say is there. So what I do a lot is if I don't draw the Leech into Blink combo, I try to play Leech on turn 5, so he only has one draw left. And the next card is Storm, just a kind of forgotten card right now. Not a lot of people play it, and it's not that great as it was as a free cost, of course, but it's still a really decent card, and with a lot of support cards we have, it's a really decent card, and it's a lot of fun to play this. We have, of course, Jug. We have Klaw to get more power in after we play our Storm. And what I do a lot is actually I play Storm into Blink. Depends on what lane and what cards do I have in the hand. Sometimes Blink on another lane, sometimes Blink on the Storm lane. But it guarantees us to get one high card, and if we get Red Hulk, for example, we usually win the lane with that. So that's a good combo. And then Klaw can be anything else, but I think as a 5 cost with stats like these, it's pretty good. You can of course play other 5 costs, Gamora, Spider-Woman, and so on. But I think it's a decent card with our support package and Storm. And it's also just a good surprise card on turn 6 that wins a lot of cubes. Then Blink, also kind of forgotten card. Of course, HELA players play it in a few decks. And then you sometimes see it in other decks as well, like arishem or so. But the combo with Leech into Blink is one of the best combos in the game if you draw it and you have your 6 cost still in your deck. Then also Storm and Blink is a really good combo that's kind of underrated, I think. And Blink itself is 7 stats. That means you can not really win 2 lanes at the same time, but you can get power in one lane while also getting power in the other lane with Blink play yourself. So that's a really good and fun combo. And then Alioth, just a good card against HELA, against the meta right now, I think. So this card, if you draw it, I always play it on turn 6 if I know where to hit it. It's also one of our tools to win against Mr. Negative, for example, which is one of the worst matchups because we don't really have anything to turn ongoings off, or we don't have a Mobius in it. It also works against other high power decks, and it's always good against Destroy, for example. And then Red Hulk, our second 6-drop, we need the second 6-drop in this deck because we have Blink, of course. You can play other 6-drops here. I like Hulkling as well, I tried a lot. But I realized that a lot of people skip a little bit of energy this meta, so my Hulk went up to 16 power, sometimes even 19 power a lot of games. And yeah, even with only 1 proc, it's a 6-13. That's a really good stat line. But Hulkling was my second choice, and the third choice I would say is Magneto. But you need to decide for yourself what 6-drop you want to play here. I just think Alioth is not replaceable. Also, Cosmo and Leech Storm Blink is not replaceable. Iron Patriot, Jeff, for example, Quake as well, replaceable. Nebula can be Silver Sable or Hydra Bob. But you need to choose yourself how it fits your playstyle. I liked the cards I have here the most, and I have really good high success rate with this deck, and it's also always fun to get a last turn Alioth or last turn big Hulk from your Blink, for example. So there's a lot of stuff to do with this deck, so enjoy it, and you will win a lot of games against HELA, and that's why I love HELA metas, because it's pretty easy to beat and people snap a lot. So yeah, enjoy this and see you next time.